Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Joe Morgan. Switch over to live chat. Yeah. Welcome. There we go. That's better. Mike. Mike Herrera. Welcome. Oh, I've got the food, Lou, like you know. Oh, you wouldn't believe, man. I made Wolfang. Jeff chops wood with his dogs. Hello from space. Oh, we had chicken feast earlier. I fried chicken. I got a bunch. Matter of fact, I still got more chicken that I'm baking. So I had baked chicken, fried chicken. Uh, what's up, Matt? And then I made some. I make my own mac and cheese or mac and shells. I get the big shells, and I throw freaking Mexican cheese in there with a little bit of water and stir it up. And then I had turmeric and pink Himalayan salt, pepper, and garlic. It's a feast. It's a feast. So I'm like, oh god, I'm stuffed. Wolfang made homemade chicken fingers. I was excited about that, but he was talking about space rocks. But, yeah. Maybe they're space chicken fingers. Ooh. That's what it is, huh? Yeah, welcome, folks. The reason I made this turned out good. Yeah, they look really good. Uh, Sunday is my day of reflection, relaxation, recuperation, revitalization, rebuilding, and through necessity, I fasted all day. It was a fast. I even did some meditation. Wisconsin farm boy, and the type of meditation. It was just basic, simple stuff. I did it for about 20 minutes, and I did it, and then I fell asleep. So I failed. I failed at meditation, but the meditation, and basically what I do is I just sit there and do nothing. Sit there and think nothing. That's You'd be surprised of how much focus it takes. Right, Matt? Yeah. How much focus it actually takes to clear your mind. Uh, yeah, that's me, Jeff. I feasted. And what that does, of course, is when you feast, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat all this fat, all this food. Well, no, your stomach shrinks when you fast, so you don't need as much. Um, we gorge ourselves and make our stomach just boom. So um, and that was the thing I came up with was nothingness. Wow, nothingness. And I remember this from Kiri Yoga, which is a type of form of meditation, and of course Shaolin and Buddhism. That's nirvana. The whole quest for nirvana to achieve nothingness, and they talk about yeah nihility. I can't say that word, but yeah, right, Matt. Nihility and nothingness. It's so much of a it's bigger word, Uh, take your time. But there's so much more to it, and not just in the meditation aspect of it. Yeah, it's in our own lives as well, and concept. Uh, yeah, right, Jeff. Yeah, you're like I'm gonna eat it all. And you had a coupon. That's what's up. Nothingness as it applies to life. Uh, yeah, I King Fu. but having achieving nothingness, that's totally against everything that that United States is all about. It's all about the pursuit of happiness and getting more stuff, right? He who dies with the most toys dies, but it's kind of like we win. If we get all these things and get the house, the car, the guns, the wife, the dogs, the kids, the white picket fence, the weed eaters, the all these things that we want, and we feel like we're winning. When we have these things, when we acquire these things, and yeah, from a material standpoint, but yeah, and you touched on it, the nihilist, the whole nihilist aesthetic, where you literally walk in a house and there's a chair and a table and maybe a vase with some kind of weird looking fucking flower in it. That's it. That's all you get. You know, uh, they push a button and a TV comes out of the wall. Uh, Gratefuls, programming from birth. Yeah, right. Grateful. Yeah, yeah. It is. I mean, it is. We're playing the system, and this system requires us to be the all-time great consumers. Think about all the things, all the junk that you buy in the course of your lifetime that you throw away, you break, you never need it again. Like, I don't know why I bought that piece of crap. You know, yeah. Well, there's games going on, so yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of hooting, hooping and hollering and woots woots going on. So, but we need these things in our lives. Why do we need these things? And this goes all the way back. This goes all the way back. I mean, think about the people that would die and bury their treasure with them, right? The Norse, the Vikings, the Norse, they were known for burying themselves in a boat and with all their trinkets and swords, and even had a horse in there or a dog. And it's like, what? Everybody does this idea of materialism. When we all go back to nothingness, we achieve nothingness in materialistic, in a physical form. What's up, Chuck? Oh yeah, by the way, I just came from Camel Carl. You guys know Camel Carl? He's having an auction. Go check it out. Please feel free to go check it out. I just bought something. I bought a tactical vest, an old tactical vest for like 15 bucks. Bury me with my tacos and my burgers. Right, Mike. But this, we place so much weight on things, and things are good. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. Grateful. What's your name? Grateful Dogs. Grateful Dogs. Grateful Dogs. Yeah, well, there he is. Kentucky Sirrah Stewart added the hard case to the order. Oh, he got the hard case. See, this is the Kentucky Survival. This is the radio that I'm hoping would fit in there. Maccabeus sent me a decon kit and it almost fit. It's watertight too, but I just need something to put this thing in a hard case. It's a Baofeng, Baofeng, whatever. But once again, I'm looking for something. I'm always looking for something and trying to put stuff together. And this when I was meditating, and I see this a lot anyway. What's up, Lori? I've seen you there too. You have the same radio. It's the FSP something F8 or something. But I forget what it is. The BP FS8 or something. But this image of my ancestors walking through the tundra with nothing but a pair of furry boots on, a loincloth, and a pot with some fire in it. a spear. That's it. That's all they got. And he shows up wherever he's going to show up, and he makes camp, and he pulls out his knife, or he makes a knife, or he just takes a rock and whatever. These people, they had nothing, and they still survived. And what's up, KP? Harvest Mary Moon? What's up? Nothingness. Right on, Chuck. But from a standpoint of materialistic things, you know, do we really need all this crap? Ah, nice. Bug out. And the older we get, the more crap we acquire. I mean, you know, uh, I have this uncanny ability to be able to. I don't know what it is. What's up? Unspecified. Uh, we don't need all this crap, but we do. We do for specific purposes, right? But yeah, the older we get, the more junk we acquire. I have this uncanny ability to be able to. Most of my stuff is from dead people. I'm serious. I got so much stuff from dead people. You know, most of my matter of fact, all my most of my dishes and cooking utensils are from dead people. It just they just give it to me like, here you go, Kevin. All right, I just fried chicken in my cast iron wok. See, I love my wok. What do I do without it? I'd use something else, right? M- Nothingness, as applies to material things. What happens when we die? All your junk. If you don't have, if you haven't already made arrangements, if you've made arrangements, all your stuff is going to go to your family, and your family's going to go. I don't like it. This is stupid. I'm throwing it away. It doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit my son. I'm throwing it away, or I'm going to give it to an auction, or I'm going to give it to, you know, uh, the thrift store or something, and your stuff, goes to somebody else, and they don't know the story, nor do they have the sentimental value of it. There's no story behind it. With us, I have a story. I have a story about this. I bought this at Fin Fur and Feathers. I like the hat. It's very it's got some it's camouflage. I like camouflagey stuff because I like to go sneaky sneaky sometimes. So it does serve a purpose, right? And am I virtual signaling to everybody out there that goes to Fin Fur and Feathers, which is an outfitter, right? Harvest. Wow. Uh, yeah, think about that. It's a Great Depression when they have nothing. Uh, wow, bug out. Yeah. Kenogen. Yeah. I mean, I like that Kentucky survival. I really do, and I've done that from time to time. Is just go. I'm taking this. That's all I'm going to take. And then that's it. Go. Uh, Obviously, in the Marine Corps, that you get a packing list, right? And it's this is what you're going to carry. No more, no less. This is what you need, right? You need these items. We had always like sneak in some little things in there, like uh, backpack 22 long rifle. Ugh. Excuse me, folks. I just ate. I'm tired. Mm. And I ate too much. I should have been happy with my nothingness, my fasting. We're obsessed with having so much shit that we forget we don't need any of this crap. You know, I have a friend of mine who he's in his 70s. He's an old Air Force MP guy. Worked at the White Sands missile base and stuff like that in the 60s and 70s. And he's like, well, I'm going to die soon. I know this. We talk about this all the time. He's like, I'm going to die soon. So I'm getting rid of all my shit. And that's what he does. He has a chair, an old chair he don't give a shit about. He's got food. He's got a little radio, and he's got a dog. And that's it. He buys things like toilet paper. He buys things like food and coffee, and But his house, there's nothing in it. You know, Yardbirds, right? To be buried. Yeah. I mean, when I die, I have no one. No one. All my stuff is gonna just somebody is going to be very very lucky. It's probably going to be the maintenance man or services. Ooh, I like that, Jeff. Just hide everything. Yeah, scavenger hunt. Like when I go to the grandsons, get all my shit. That's cool, right? Right, Kennedy. I mean, but we're obsessed with having and as preppers, right? We're either a prepper or we're a freaking hoarder, right? Uh, Hummingbirds. Right on, Jeff. The treasures love. As preppers, we have tons of food and tons of medical supplies, tons of tactical junk gear. Like I did that earlier last year. I went through my I have sea bag I had sea bags full of junk, right? And I just gave it all away to Joe and to Meadow and all them. I just shipped it. I was like, here, y'all play with it. And I was upgrading, right? I was upgrading my gear, my battle rattle, and I had this hodgepodge collection of junk, and I was just like, I don't need it anymore. I don't want it. Uh, I have better stuff, but I do too. A scavenger hunt. That's pretty cool. But in my life, I've achieved material nothingness. Maybe 3 or 4 times in my life, 5 times, 6 times. Man, okay, maybe 6 times. Like, where I tell the story of I used to work on the road at night, and I'd be gone the whole week, and I would come home for the weekends, and I was living with this girl, and I came home to literally nothing in my apartment. She, out of spite, took everything. I had nothing, and she put it in storage units, and she sold a lot of it, and all the really cool things. And I had a freaking walrus skull. I had kukri knives from Nepal. I mean, all kinds of really fucking. I got into collecting and things from all my travels across the world. Yeah, all my guns too. So uh, I eventually got most of it back. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just like that. It's just boom, gone. I came home and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's gone. They moved you out." What? I don't know how many cars I've left on the side of the road. But anyway, material things. It's my friend. I'm like, don't you want anything? Yeah, it was. Hey, what's up, Bone Breaker? It was all lacquered and it was stained and lacquered and it was really cool. It was big. It was fucking big. I like skulls. Um, get small. Get small. Right. Ghost Lincoln. Right. Think about how much you're going to carry with you when you go to bug out, right? When you grab your backpack and your sidearm, and run out the door. You're not never coming back bag. Because think about that. How many times does that happen? People in Ukraine do that. They're going through that. They'll just be in their apartment complex or their home, and all of a sudden the shells start hitting the building and it starts to crumble and explode. So you got to go. Your grandma's doilies and her china set. It's gone. The family heirlooms that you had for 5 generations gone. It's just you and your cell phone and whatever you can throw in your little backpack. Well, they don't even have backpacks. They're running around with luggage. I've seen this. It's amazing how when I've seen what happens in a war with people, with just regular people, not preppers, not military or whatever. They're out the door and they're trying to carry everything they have in a Samsonite luggage, you know, a suitcase. And they save the weirdest things. They have pictures. This one lady, she had chafing dishes that were in her family forever. And that's all she had. I'm like, why? What about food, water, change of clothes? Yeah, nothing. Maybe some important documents. These were pictures. Yes, they were old pictures. I get it. You know, this was in Africa, and I had to help these people get on a helicopter. They're carrying luggage. Yeah, all American. What's going on? It was fascinating. Yeah, it was sad, but it was fascinating that the one thing when you have to go, literally you have to go because your building is crumbling on top of your head. You go for your chafing dishes, or you go for the pitchers, or your great grandma's china set. Um, okay, I get it. I get it. We put so much weight on junk and stuff that we forget we don't need any of that. We should be achieving nothingness. You know, can you just walk out your door right now and never come back? What's that? What's that? The movie? Was it Heat? Yeah. What is the discipline? These guys were bank robbers, right? And he said, "What is the discipline? To be able to just drop everything and walk away at a moment's notice, at a second's notice." That movie affected me. I was like, "Wow, yeah." Uh, I remember being chased by mortar fire, attachments, and letting go. Yeah. And it goes back to this meditation thing of nothingness, right? As well with emotional baggage. How much do we hang on to pain, to trauma, to to disrespect? You know, between the years of 0 and 7 is a very traumatic time for a kid, for all of us, for all of you, for all of me, all of us. Right, Jeff? Yeah. People leave their cats in hurricanes. Oh, they'll be fine for the most part. All that emotional baggage that we acquire as kids, being bullied, uh, being picked on, being you know hurting ourselves, getting raped and tortured, starvation, uh, mommy and daddy didn't love them enough. These are it's the simple things, the little bitty things, the simple things that traumatize us as kids. My sister, she was traumatized by dogs because when she was 3 years old, she ran across the street to meet these dogs, and these dogs were bigger than her, and they just kind of knocked her over, just ran over her. They didn't they barked at her a little bit like "Ruh, ruh, 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 ruh." She wanted to pet the dogs at 3 years old. They said, "No, fuck you, go away." And she was always traumatized over that, over dogs. Um, the the emotional baggage that we hang on to, that we give weight to in our minds and our hearts and our souls, it affects us for the rest of our life. So why have that? Why not achieve nothingness? And like I said, this word nothingness is really, really encompassing for a lot of things. I mean, I just talked about it with material things. Now I'm talking about it with emotional things. You could argue spiritual things as well. Christians like to say, just give it to the Lord, right? Give it to the Lord. Let the Lord handle it. That's a form of nothingness. It's not your problem. It's somebody. It's his problem. I like the fact that you can call him him, but hey, whatever. The Father, right? But my IQ is definitely higher than my EQ. Uh, but the concept of giving it, just giving away your problems, that's a pretty profound thing. I mean, really, it is. A lot of cultures and stuff, you have to go through this when you go to this shamanistic type of ritual where you eat some peyote, or what is that, mezcal, or that crazy uh, stuff that you eat in Brazil, and you shit yourself and you sweat bullets and you almost fucking die, and you trip fucking balls and you die and go to a afterlife, in this trip, and you've acquired nothingness. So you've died and moved on and transcended reality and time and space as it is. You know, that was a type of achieving nothingness. It's just you. Right, Canagen. Yeah. Yeah, we do need interaction. We do need social interaction. We are social creatures. And no peyote before the bird. I used to call it blowing out the cobwebs. Go out in the middle of the woods somewhere and just trip balls. Wake up later butt ass naked. Uh, but the concept of just giving it all up mentally, giving it all up mentally. Um, in martial arts, in all martial arts, I mean all of them, the Asian, the Thai, the Hema, all of it. They speak of, true skill comes effortlessly because they have achieved a type of nothingness. Where boxing as well, it's you're flowing, you're moving, you're not thinking about what you're doing, and all that hard work, dedication, and study and memorization that you've done, you forget all that, and you just move, you just do it, and you've achieved a type of fluid nothingness. So true skill comes effortlessly, but only through long, arduous practice, right? You just get to that point where you don't, when the moment of truth happens, you don't hesitate. You're just reacting. That's a type of nothingness being achieved. Money for nothing and your chicks for free, right? You know what Buddha was talking about with nothingness, is achieving that state of nothingness. He believed that there was a reincarnation, a cycle. We just kept coming back and coming back and coming back. You're doomed to repeat the mistakes of your previous life until you get it right, kind of thing. uh, until eventually you achieve nirvana. Beep beep. Somebody wants you. What's up, Dakota? And so this idea of that's it. You are now nothing. You don't have to come back. Uh, I've achieved the art of not caring. I love that. I love that. I used to do that too. That after the fact beep beep, just to make sure. It's a form of obsessive compulsive disorder. Makes me want to go down here and steal their car. Mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Nothingness. Wow, from India. YOLO. At least give him the finger. Yeah, they're already gone, Dakota. Uh, even nothing is something. Infinite. We can achieve a concept of nothingness, you know, letting go of the baggage in our hearts and minds that keep us down, keep us weighed down. You know, that's what I do, Mike. Getting rid of junk, getting away the things, putting away our earthly desires. How many? How much of a is there there's so many songs and stories about the follies of the rich man's gold. Huh? You already know the song, don't you? We're obsessed with having something, which is good. I like having stuff. I like having what I need. I like having really cool things, yeah, eclectic things, things that I can make, things that have sentimental value. I'm an artist, so I'm a creative, so I like to create things, make things. No, no, Canajan. But if I was to just leave this, the ego keeps us alive. Uh, right, DJ. That's what I've learned. I can make more stuff. I can acquire more shit. And I'm going to continue to acquire more shit throughout the course of my life. But I have been doing a lot of getting rid of stuff. I like my friend, his idea that I'm going to leave soon. I'm going to be dead soon. He's like, yeah, I already got my dog. It's my dog is going somewhere and will be taken care of and safe. And there's nothing in here that people are going to freak out about, and figure out what he doesn't want to be a burden, right? What's up, Rip? So he literally has this idea and achieved nothingness in his apartment. I like having old stuff. I like having like this chair. This is a terrible chair. I like this chair. It came from work. This table, I got it. It was given to me as a present for a you know a type of tip for doing a good job on a paint job, and it's a very old table. They didn't want it. They hated it. Like, I love it. I love these old things. What's up, X? just achieving a type of nothingness. We're constantly chasing things. We're constantly trying to keep things, trying to hang on to things. Ah, right? You will own nothing and be happy, right? Yeah, my stickers. Yeah, I love my stickers. Things with a tail, right? Canagen, wow. What's up, Devil Dog? I like the idea, but I'm not going to Canada. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not going to Canada. No, thank you. The only reason I'll go to Canada if it's really, really bad here. You know, and it's just right across the lake. But the meditation on the concept of nothingness. Uh, that's right, and right, Yardbirds, and it was a billionaire that coined that phrase. Yeah, yeah, wolf. Right. Yeah, right, Maccabeus. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Mexico. I thought about living there. I thought about moving there. Well, I mean, y'all don't hear about what's going on. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people are showing up to protest in Canada. They've had enough. They've had enough of it, eh? And you're not hearing. They're suppressing everything. We like our chains, bug out. We like our burdens. We like the chains that bind. We like that. Wow, right on, Mike. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Mexico's true freedom, dangerous freedom. Mexicans. But nothingness. We achieve a state of nothingness when we when we uh, when we sleep, when we dream. We're free. The mind is always free. There's nothing there to hinder it. And we move at the speed of thought. We're not confined or constrained. We work out our problems. We figure shit out. What do we do here? We work our fingers to the bone. We lose our freaking minds. We we dedicate so much of our time, our effort into playing this fucking game. Yikes. Playing this game of getting stuff, keeping things, keeping it going. And I've met the most amazing people that had nothing, absolutely nothing. And I reflect upon that too. I say I told you I went to Africa and we got people out, and these people lost everything. And I remember this one guy. He spoke good English, and he gave me money. He was like, "Here, I don't want this. It's no good anymore." What do you mean? It's like I just left a country that is no longer a country now. It's like, really? Yeah, here, take it off. I don't want it. I'll never use it again. I'm going that way. And he had nothing. I was like, do you have any bags with you? Do you have nope. It's like I got a pocket knife. I'm like, all right. I got a pocket knife. I got some. I got some credentials. I'm good to go. Where do I go? Where do I sleep? I'm tired. And we love our food porn, don't we? And he's like, I have nothing. I don't need anything. I got out alive. The country crumbled around me. Wow. He was happy. He was glad to see the Marines with all our stuff. We put him on a helicopter and we flew him out into the middle of the ocean, away from his war torn country, and put him on a boat. And he was happy. He's like, yeah, I'm great. That's cool. But for me, achieving nothingness was up here, letting everything go, which is fairly easy for me sometimes, yeah, because I have a lot of TBIs, so I do have episodes where I'm like, who am I? I forget. Oh, really, Garrett? Wow. Average home is 600 grand. Yeah, I had a big problem with that growing up. It's like I'm gonna. I said, okay, I'm working. I joined the workforce early. Joined the workforce. I got a house. I mean, no, I got a car, right? It doesn't matter to me, Dakota, but yes, I am. Yeah, I can always leave. There's a whole parking lot full of cars out there I can borrow, or trucks, or whatever. But I was growing up, right? And I get the car, I got the job, I'm working hard, I'm getting money. I get a car so I can go back and forth, so I don't have to beg. I don't have to beg rides. Uh, right, Jeff. Right. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to buy a house and land. And I tried to do that, and they're like, no, you got, well, learning all about it, you got to do this, and this, and then you got to pay taxes for the rest of your fucking life, or they take it. I'm like, no, it's my land. I bought and paid for it. I had a big problem with buying, with paying taxes and insurance on my car. It's like, why? It's mine. Why do I have to give you money for it? It's mine. Everybody wants a piece of me. And you know what? We're like, oh yeah, that's just life. That's just the way it is. Right. Right. Yes, indeed, Dakota. I still have a big problem with that. Why can't I go out anywhere that there's nobody there in this land? It's my land. I'm gonna build me something. Do it with my own two hands, and I'll live there until I die. I'll have chickens and goats and cows and pigs. I'll shoot my guns. My dogs will run free. And I don't want to pay for it. Why should I have to pay for it? I thought we got out of that. That was the whole point of the Tea Party, right? Big Ham, Sister Marie, how you doing? Yeah, cheese stuffed meatballs. Mm. The more things you acquire, the bigger things you acquire, everybody wants a piece of it. And so having all these things, you're opening yourself up to theft, robbery, home invasion, temptation from your spouse or loved one. I lived with a girl. She took everything I had. Put it in a fucking storage unit. Ran off with some other dude. Like, damn. Don't do me like that, huh? Oh, chicken. Yeah, so. Let's check on chicken over here. I think it's done. Yep. I think it is. We've already had a chicken feast. I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette. Yeah, nothingness. And you know what? That's the answer. That's the answer to our problems. I've asked this question before. Since the system is broken, and all we can do is bitch about it, why don't we just walk away from it? Why don't we turn our back on the system? Are you willing to walk away from your house, your car, your job? It's a very confusing world now. So much going on. Ooh, Sister Marie. I mean, can we ever achieve nothingness? But it's a very helpful tool, I think. It helped me. Yeah, I don't need this crap. And I'm talking about the emotional baggage, the grudges that I held on to, hoping that one day I'd see him again and pour out my vengeance upon them. Never gonna see these people again. I hear about how they're doing later on in life. I'm like, wow. Having no past. You know, we're all products of our environment. We're products of our past lives, past experiences, but forgetting all that. I've learned that through my TBIs. There's some type of kind of, wow, I don't have to worry about what so-and-so did to me 10 years ago. Now, it makes paying bills a challenge, but, like, oh yeah, I gotta pay that. Oh shit. Oops. But it helps. And that was kind of my meditation was, and I failed at the meditation. I think 20 minutes in, I just fell asleep. I woke up going, what? What happened? That was a crazy dream. Achieving nothingness, your heart, your mind, your soul. There's a peace to it. There's a calm to it. There's so much going on. We have a busy life. We have a lot of coordinating things going on, and not having to worry about going to work the next day, how much money I need to make, all these things. Just achieving a level of nothingness. It's very calming. There's a peace to it. I like it.
Canon. All right. We will own nothing and be happy. Will we? If we have nothing to give, what can they take from us? If we have no fear, because that's all it is fear. Shock and awe, shock and humiliation. That's what they use against us. That too is a tool. Things you own end up owning you. And you can always go back to your stuff, right? You're gonna have your stuff. Wingnut. Silence is deafening. Mike. Oh yeah, they'll never take my tacos. What's up, Red October? All right. Thank you very much, brother. And that's another thing, X, is I'm not worried about what comes my way. I've already done all the preparation. I've done all the scenario, you know, training, if you will, the sitting down and figuring things out. Going, what do I do in this point? What do I do in that point? What, yeah, da, 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 you know. That's right, can puncher. Haha. So I don't have to worry about what happens, what's going to happen, what may or may not happen. I remember traveling the world in the United States in a sea bag, and I kept acquiring more things. I would give things away. I would show up at people's doorstep and like, here you go. What? You're gonna give me? Yeah, here, take it. I don't want it. What's up, Teresa? Mike. The flesh taco. Cigarettes. I can see what the monks were talking about with the abstinence of things. You know? I see that. I see the merit in it. Booty taco. Oh, God. All this stuff, all this junk that we have, that we carry with us. It is who we are. I mean, you know, we do these things, we acquire these things, we hang on to feelings and regrets and grudges, and we see that in our lives. Like, why do I have this? It reminds me of something. It affects, what's up, Michigan? The things that we hold inside ourselves, the things we carry. It affects our interactions with others, our loved ones, our family, our friends. Just anyone down the street, you know, walking into somebody, nah, fuck you, you know. It affects them. These things that we carry. Letting it all go. That's KP. Metaphysical tacos.
And what do we really, really need? Memories like the corners of my mind. You ever been to a nursing home? Sit down and talk to people? They're close to death. They have all their things with them. Some do. Some are like my friend down the hallway. He's got nothing. It's guy I'm checking out soon. I don't need anything. I want them to be able to just take all my life and throw it into a trash bag and be done with it. One trash bag, that's it. You know, the one trash bag theory concept. Can't say I'm that way. I'm not at all. It's hard. It's sad, yes, but it's also these old decrepit people. They're shitting on themselves. They can't do anything anymore. They're still that 17-year-old that went to Normandy. They're still that young beautiful woman that had the time of her life in France, right? DJ. And they're willing to share that. They want to share that because all they do is sit in a room and shit themselves. Some person comes in that they have no clue who the fuck it is. They had family, they had friends, they had loved ones throughout the course of their lives that they spent years with. They're stuck in a room. Some stranger comes in and checks, gives them a sponge bath, you know, makes sure their IV is good, and gives them their medication. I never forget this lieutenant colonel. He was. I found him. I found him. It was he wasn't in a nursing home, but he lived in an apartment in Myrtle Beach. He had such an illustrious career. He had all these plaques and pictures all around his wall. He was a badass. He was a true badass. But I found him. He was stuck on his chair. He couldn't move. His legs stopped working. He said, "I've been shitting myself 3 times. I think I'm dehydrated. Can I have some water?" Yeah. And I'm looking around, and I knew him. I've talked to him before. He was like, "Oh, you're a fucking Marine." Oh, okay. Because he'd give me shit. Because he was Army. Yeah. But I never forget his advice as he's sitting in his fecal matter, unable to move. Been there for a few days. He's like, he looked at me. He says, "Here's my advice to you: don't grow old. Just die." I was like, "Oh no, you don't want to say that." He's like, "Yeah, those people died. I'm still here, suffering away, shitting myself." I'm like, damn, man. He's like, "All this stuff is going to be thrown in the trash when I die. The carpet's going to be taken out and put in new carpet. They're going to paint the walls. Maybe somebody will keep something of my mementos, but I don't want to know these people." He's like, "I don't want to know these people." It's like, "I don't want to know you. But here you are, helping me out, being a witness to my misery." He's like, "I want nothing." Yeah, he eventually died. The owners of the hotel, they took pity upon him, and let him stay there and do his thing as long as he needed to, right? But all his friends, people that he fought with, people that he killed people with, They're all dead and gone, and it was just him for years, alone in a room, and all his stuff. And all he wanted to do was die. All he wanted to do was achieve nothingness. His illustrious career as a lieutenant colonel. I remember our conversations. He didn't want the memories, but he had them. Achieving nothingness in our minds, in our hearts, it frees us up. It's a liberation. It goes back to the, I guess, to the sutras, I guess, to the Buddha. You know, that was the whole idea behind the monks, is that they walked away from their family, you know, because they did not want to suffer, because loving people leads to suffering. Attachments leads to suffering. And it causes suffering for others. Yeah, family's supposed to take care of you, right? Yeah, sure. But it's a hardship. They have to stop their lives to deal with you and your old ways. The Eskimos. I like the Eskimos. You know, the old people. They would just walk. They would just walk out into the ice, float away on an iceberg in the middle of the night. Eventually, get eaten by a polar bear. They would just disappear, so they wouldn't be a burden to their family, to their tribe. And it was sweet, right? It was sweet. The whole tribe would take care of their elders, tend to everything they need, right? We honor our people. We honor our elders. We honor our grandmas and grandpas. We take care of them, bring them food, make sure they have shelter, and all these things. And they're always filled with so many memories and so many stories, and so many items and things that they hang on to. My mom, we've talked about her death. She has a long list of stuff, junk, and all this stuff has to go to certain people, and that's my job. I have to take her china set and give it to Aunt Gertrude, who lives in Indiana. The pictures has to go to this aunt, or and the young folks, the nieces and the nephews, they're growing their own families. They don't want any stuff. I still have guns of my grandfather, and there's nobody that wants them. They've all moved on with their lives. They've created their own families. They've walked away from the family, from everything. They don't want any of that stuff. They want their own stuff. They want their own memories. They want to build their own, make their own way. Right on, X. Yeah. And I have these guns and I have these stories. And my hope is one day that somebody will be born that says, "Hey, can I have that? I've heard these stories about these guns." Yeah. But to most people, it's all worth nothing. Can Yeah, you kind of like sit here and go, I'm trying to take stock of how much I'm worth. Yeah, 10, 20, 30, $50,000. But we put a lot of weight. We in that, a lot of value on things, you know. Wow, Mike, yeah. Gibson flying. Rapid's got a Gibson. I like that too, Rip. I kind of I like that idea. I like that concept of, okay, this is, you know, this belonged to so and so, and I put it together. I like things with stories in it. But I also like nothingness. I remember in the Marine Corps going overseas, and I had a backpack and a gun. Everything I had was not mine, though. It was issued. I myself was not even, I myself was property of the government. And, you think about things. Chris, Fraggle Rock, yeah. Yeah. It came on real late. I had to sneak to watch it on Channel 11, Fraggle Rock. No, Channel 24. Yeah. But I did I always been a thinker. And I'm like, nothing I have is mine. Not even my life, not even my body, not even my health. They're the government is in charge of that. They make me do push-ups. They make me run. They keep me in shape so that I can perform my task. And that this gear that I have, all these things I have, had a room. Yeah, I had a few things like a radio and some CD player, CDs, and little trinkets here and there and stuff like that. I'm not funny. A gorg. What's a gorg? I forget. I forget the Fraggle Rock thing, but all right. All right, Chris. But I thought about. It, I was like, what if I just shed all this gear? They took it all back, and I'm just left with me. That's what they do anyway. When you EAS, when you leave the Marine Corps, you might keep a few things with you, but you walk away. I probably going to forget it, Chris. Yeah. But you're left with nothing, and that's how I travel. I had a sea bag with some clothes in it, and that's what I did. Just boom, off I went. I had stuff at my mom's house. Matter of fact, it's still there. She hangs on to it. All my pictures and drawings, and as a kid, I you know, she goes through it and looks at it and goes, "Yeah, this is nice." I have nothing. I keep creating more shit, but you know, soon she'll be gone. There'll be nobody there to have that stuff. And after I've done her list, she's passed on. I've completed the list of things I have to give away. Then the rest of the stuff I donate or throw away. It means nothing really to me. Achieving nothingness. There's a peace in it. Right, Blaine? Yeah. Yeah, the system that we're in, we have to constantly replenish and give, which means that's our time and our efforts. That's good. Does it seem righteous to invade foreign lands under false pretenses? Chris, no, it doesn't. Memories are the real treasures. Yeah. I converse with my mom from time to time about memories, and I forget a lot of things. And I feel bad because she feels insulted that I don't remember. Like sorry, mom, I don't remember that. It's either it meant nothing to me, or I just forgot it. What's up, Cha Cha? I remember the wise words that were told me. Everything you have will be taken away. It's true. Everything we have will be taken away. Lost in an incident, given away. A reputation hangs on. That was a concept in Norse. You didn't want to you didn't want to die with a bad reputation. You wanted people to speak highly of you when you passed on. Uh, right on, Yardbird. I know that consciousness never dies. Lost my hugs. What? Chris, what the hell is this? Humans shouldn't be divided by land borders. Patriotism is socially acceptable racism. Chris, I'm going to say this with all sincerity and truthfulness. You're a fucking idiot. Yeah. I'd like to hear more about this concept that's been lasting, I don't know, for thousands of fucking years. Borders and lands. Racism? What is racism? I'm going to talk about racism? Racism. Or no, you called it patriot racism. Hmm. A, a border is very important for the security of a nation. But one could argue that we've lost our nation. um, so I don't know. I don't know. Is that part of that is definitely part of the plan of the World Economic Forum and the WEF and the WHO and the elite occultists. Uh, why is being American better than anyone else? Hmm, I don't know. I don't know. I have been all over the world. I like being an American. Yeah, I do. I do. I like being. I would rather prefer to be an American than any other country. Because they said you should believe in patriotism. Yeah. Well, it's obviously, Chris. You're not American. I don't know. Or if you are American, you're living in a basement somewhere eating some pizza rolls. I don't know. But no, I like this. This is interesting. Uh, no, it's not that they tell us, but they do. They have and they do tell us that we need to be patriots. The indoctrination camps that we went to for 12 years either make you a good slave or a good soldier. And patriotism plays a role in that. It does. I fell privy to it. It's up hillside. I did. I joined the Marine Corps. It's like I gotta go fight. Gotta go fight for my country. But patriotism, when it comes to fighting and dying for their cause, they say that we should give our lives for our country for what? For some special interest. I found out later on that I went to yeah, I saved people in Africa, sure, but the real reason we were there was to get diamonds and to secure other things. Oh yeah, I like that one. I like that one. Cattle die, kinsmen die. Is to win a good one, a good reputation. Yeah. I don't know where you're trying to bait me here, Chris. Did those people deserve to die? Well, we die. That's what happens. Uh, patriotism, patriotism is more of a it's a pride. It's a pride in your people, your family, your community, your state, your nation. It goes deeper than just them telling you need to be patriotic, because what people were people in socialist USSR, were they patriots? Are the people in North Korea patriots? Are the people in Iran patriots? No, there is patriotism, but it's only because they have to they do tell them you must be a patriot or die, right? But I would fear a country that volunteers to fight for their country than one that their soldiers are forced to fight for their country. Love, it comes from love. Patriotism comes from love. The love of your family, your friends, your family, your state, your favorite football team. No shit, Guardsman. Okay, cool. I'm kind of digging it. It's kind of bringing me off my thing. I'm sure I'll segue back into nothingness. Good questions, really, actually. I don't know. I apologize for calling you a fucking idiot. I'm a brilliant idiot, by the way. So. I don't know. Questions. Questions. Do people deserve to die? Some do. Yeah, some people deserve to die. That's why I'm not a Christian. Because those who deserve to die are still alive, doing their evil. uh, you're making my point. If you think fighting a war is a choice, you're worse off than those who fear death as a consequence of opposition. All right, let me unpack this. I'm not making your point. I didn't know you were trying to make a point. You didn't make your point made You didn't make your point known until now. Okay. If you think fighting a war is a choice, yes, sometimes it is. You're worse off than those who fear death as a consequence of opposition. So, fearing death, uh, you're not making sense here, Chris. Uh, 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 I don't know. I don't know where you're. I don't know. Yeah. What is the point of a point? Uh, I don't know. I don't know, Chris. Am I worse off than those who? No, I'm just trying to make sense of what you're saying. Like I said, I'm a brilliant idiot. Are you trying to insult, or are you trying to, uh, or are you just trying to make a point? Obviously, you're trying to make a point. So, what is your point? Uh, that we shouldn't fight wars. Okay, we shouldn't fight wars. I agree. We shouldn't fight wars. We shouldn't kill people. I love it. Love, peace, and happy. Hair grease for everyone. Universal brotherhood. But you know what? Evil exists in the world, and so we have to fight it. Now, do we have to give ourselves willingly to our, say, go over there and fight for the special interest of some corporation because our country said we should? Uh, you know, yeah, right, Majid. Case in point, Ukraine. Uh, so, Independent Mini United, we're having a philosophical conversation with Chris here. Uh, he's trying to make some type of point that we are no better off than those who fear death. I don't fear death. I've seen death many times. What's up, Bob? A lot of people here have seen death many times. We all have. But here's the realization. Here's the real war. Is now our country is at war with us. So, everything you're saying is in that context for me. Yeah, we've been fighting the wrong enemy the whole time. The enemy's in the gates. They're in the walls. Yeah. Death is a fact of life. I feel there, Michigan. I guess my fear is to offend people's sensibilities, because I can get really raw here. I can get very shocking and raw sometimes, callous, if you will. 2 words, Gulf of Tonkin. All right, so it's very telling, right? Gulf of Tonkin, yeah. False flag, right? We understand that. Yeah. Twin Towers, another 2 words. There's always 2 words somewhere. Yeah. Right, Rabbit. Weapons of mass destruction. Car sold out. Everything is on you. You owe you my bill. Ha ha, Yankee. I only bought one thing. Damn it. Fuck their feelings, Shad. That's why that's wrong with the girls. Go sit in your safe space, buddy. Well, maybe Chris is ready to hit to the monastery. Maybe Chris is done with all this bullshit. I don't know. I'm kind of with him too. I know that I'm going to fight and die on the two-way range. That's where I got to go. That's who I am. Hunter. Having a walk-in with the philosophical questions. But I don't know. I'm trying to make some type of point. It's interesting. An intellectual twirl, if you will. Chris. Uh, welcome, Chris. But if you let these things bother you, and you give weight to them, which we do. My channel is mostly about giving weight to that kind of shit. But the nothingness allows you to drop all that. I can't do anything to change it. I can do something, and I'm trying. We're all trying. But all we have are our words. But it gets heavy. This life gets heavy. The longer you live it, the heavier it gets. And so the practice of nothingness, letting everything go, letting everything drop, letting the pack fall off, there's a peace to it, there's a calm. So we carry so much weight with us inside. Not to mention everything else we carry. You ladies, I don't know what's going on there. I see all these ladies around here. Y'all carrying the biggest handbags, and you're carrying other stuff in your other hand, and you're carrying a lot of shit. You know, I'm like, wow, just to go to the store or go to work or go up the street. Chris. I don't know, man. Yeah, you see that a lot, don't you? Yeah, you do. X, you're right. I carry a backpack wherever I go. Damn, Chacha. Gotta get another one, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right on, KP. So yeah, folks, there you go. Majik, you carry a crystal skull. Of course you do. Well, thank you, Chris. Thank you very much for your insights and your questions there. Yeah. And allowing me to derail myself. But no, I can segue into everything that you're talking about. Which I did anyway. It's helpful. It is. It's helpful. Damn, Cha-Cha. All right, I want a cigarette. I think I'm done. Been on here for about an hour and 30 minutes. Jack with the pie. 3.14. I know, Charity. You want more of that that chicken, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. Cleveland nights. It's like 60-something degrees out here. It feels great. All right, Kennedy. Yeah, big day tomorrow. I gotta take Charity to the vet. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work, then I gotta come back, get Charity, take her to the vet, give them money. Rabbit, yeah, thank you. Hey, I'm one of those weird folks, man. I need like some kind of like, you know, like Slayer or something. That puts my mind at ease.
Thank you, Rabbit. Thank you. Yeah. No, no, thank you to Pornhub. Yeah. Sexuality, sexual desires. Oh, Cha Cha. She has very big lipoma, fat cells, and and of course she's 18 years old. So skin and bones. She's getting old. Like Kane in Kung Fu, right, Infinite? Ah, grasshopper. I'm gonna try to take those things off of her. Those fat cells, lipoma. I don't know, X. I don't know. Right. Yeah, right, Jack. I wake up to these songs. I wake up to these songs in my head. And like, why am I singing this song? Yeah. 18's a good run for a dog, right? Hi, Kiki. Greetings from Detroit. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? No, thank you, X. No. She was a rescue. I took her because I had to. I felt like I had to. I could have. Yeah, Cha Cha, but I think it's killing her. She can't she's constantly eating. She's losing weight. I don't know, maybe this will help her to put on weight and put on muscle mass. I don't know. Maybe I can get more years out of her. Give her it seems like it's a burden for her now. Diabetic. I don't know. No, she's very active still. Not as much, but she's active. I know the game. I know the game, right? We all grow old. We all die. Right. Just doing what I can, doing what I feel like I need to. The weight of the world gets heavy. It does. We hang on to a lot of baggage. Seen a lot of death. Emotional life creates burden of life. What's up, Rob? Miss Tree. What's going on? There's a point in your life where you're just like, fuck it. I just gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. But it always comes creeping back. Always does. I bet you do, Cha Cha. I'm so sorry. But you will rebuild. You will gather more things. You will care for other things. Old blue eyes. Yeah, right. Yeah. Right on, KP. Oh, yeah. All I need is Diva. What's up, Captain? What's up, Captain Crappy? In the house. How you doing? Discernment Files, yeah. I'm just wrapping it up now. Enjoying the nothingness conversation. Uh, right on, Teresa. Yeah. We found no intelligent life forms. All right, cool. Drop your link. Drop your link, Captain Crappy. Right on, Rabbit. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody, head on over to Captain Crappy's. The after party. It's right here in Cleveland. I'm gonna wave in your general direction there, Captain Crappy. Wait. Nope. This way. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, folks, drop your links, drop your links, drop your links. Shameless plugs for everyone. If you're blue, you know what to do. If you're not, then you're just not. Or you can just beg somebody to drop it for you, and they will. Yeah, I got a little deep there, Ace. I'm over it. I've achieved nothingness in my nothingness conversation. It's a good question, DJ. There's another quote I love from Beatrice, Fallout, New Vegas. Time enjoyed wasted is not wasted time. I know, Charity. Oh, you're all about this chicken, right? Yeah. What? All right, hold on. Let's see if I can't find you a chunk of chicken. That's my lunch for the week too. Oh, where are we going with this? Oh, now I'm over here now. Okay. All right, here we are. Is there a... Yes, I'm saying it was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Life arc. 75 women and 5 strong men. I'll put it in my application. Damn, DJ. Zoomy. I like this. A good man is hard to find, but a hard man is just as good. It's just DJ. So there you have it, folks. My Sunday reflections. Hope you found it thought-provoking. I don't know. It has more weight for me than I think I don't think I could articulate it as good as I wanted to. That's okay. The experience I had was great. I liked that. That was good. A little meditation, achieving a level of nothingness. And then I failed at meditation and fell asleep. That's when you know you failed meditation. When you wake up, you're like, oh shit. Yeah. Oh well. Guess I need to sleep, which I do need to sleep. It's what time is it? Yeah, it's getting close to my bedtime here. Yeah. Reveille is early in the morning. Early in the morning. Yeah. So, to wrap it all up,
nothingness, achieving nothingness in our mind and our heart and soul, letting all those those things that we put weight to, like our grudges, our bad memories, our traumas, all those things, bad life decisions, you know, just letting them all go, so that you can become a you achieve a different now. Nothingness, achieving nothingness provides for a lot of possibilities, infinite possibilities. Because think about all those things that hold us down, hold us back, the fears, the anxieties, the things that hold us back, that keep us from doing things or going forward with certain things. Nothingness gives us infinite possibilities because you're starting from nothing. Kind of like a child. A child is born, they have a level of nothingness. They're seeing everything for the first time, experiencing everything for the first time. Right on, KP. That sounds good. Oh, yeah. I have my little feast I made. So, yeah, that's what I have in closing. Your thoughts, comments, greatly appreciated. Thank you all. He's got big cheesy balls. Moonlight Gypsy. I seen her video. They made a bunch of meatballs for their pastas and their lasagnas. Oh, I was like, whoa. I almost bust out my ground beef and started cooking, but I'm trying to save my ground beef and add to it so I can do a good canning session. Right. Right on, Rabid. Thank you very much. Majik, fasting. Cha-cha. Thank you very much. Yep, she's laying right here, just watching me like, what's up? Miss Tree, peace. So thank you all. Thank you, KP. Thank you, Majik. Thank you, Cha-cha. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Rabbit, Lady Smith, Discernment, Captain Crappy. Captain Crappy, start firing it up. I might stop over there on my way to wind down, get ready for bed. I am tired. Yeah. So yeah, folks, thank you all very much for hanging out with me. Sunday Reflections. All right. All right. Drop your link, Captain Crappy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you. Yep. So thank you all. Good show. Thank you very much. It was okay. Trish. Oh, I'm sure I will, Trish. Everybody, click on his name. Yeah, click on my name. Come on, just drop your link. Somebody drop his link for him. Please. uh, Thank you, X. Thank you, Lady Smith. Oh yeah, now I gotta get the. I bought a vest. Thank you, Ace. Are you experiencing technical difficulties up here? I know the feeling, Captain Crappy. I'm like, work. You gotta change the batteries in this thing. That's why I need my Sundays, man, to reflect and relax and recuperate. Because my work day is crazy and hectic and strenuous. You know, it's lots of fun sometimes, most of the time. You don't know your own link. Okay, go to your channel and hit those dots and where it says share. You'll hit those. You'll hit share and it'll say copy link, and you copy a link and then you just come right back here in the chat and it paste it. Yeah, and then you paste it. Boom, there it is. Thank you, Rabbit. Oh, Lady Smith, you got the plaque? That's a cool plaque. Maccabeus. Thank you, Rabbit. Yep. So there you go, folks. Go check out Captain Crappy. He's a lot more articulate than I am. He's really cool. All right, folks. I'm going to end this thing. Good night, geeks. Rob Zombie, thank you very much. All right. I'll be over there, Captain Krabby. Thank you all, folks, for hanging out with me at Sunday Reflections. Have a good night and have a good week. Good night.